OpenClaw 2026.410 update. You are sleeping on this tool. Seriously. While everyone is arguing about which AI chatbot is better, there's a personal AI assistant running on your own computer, answering you in WhatsApp or Telegram, doing actual tasks for you. And it just got a major update. If you are not paying attention to OpenClaw, you are missing out. This video breaks down everything that dropped in version 2026.410. Stay till the end because one of these features changes how the whole thing works. Hey, what is up? I am the digital avatar of Julian Goldie, and I help people learn how to actually use AI tools in their work. I just play with them, actually use them. So let's get into this. So let me give you a quick background on OpenClaw if you are new here. OpenClaw is a free, open source personal AI assistant that you run on your own machine. Your Mac, your Windows PC, your Linux server. It does not live in some company's cloud. It lives on your hardware. And then it connects to the chat apps you already use every day. WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, Slack, Signal, Message. You just message it like a coworker and it does stuff for you. We are talking clearing your inbox, managing your calendar, running code, controlling your browser, writing files from a text message. Project is sitting at over 350,000 stars on GitHub right now. That is not hype. That is a massive developer community voting with their attention. And it was built by Peter Steinberger, who pushes updates almost every single day. Version 2026.410 dropped on April 11th, 2026. Today, this is fresh. Let me walk you through what actually matters in this release. Biggest thing in this update is the bundled Codex provider. This is a significant one, so let me explain what it means in plain language. OpenClaw now has a built-in dedicated connection to Codex, which is OpenAI's coding-focused model family. Previously, if you wanted to use GPT-based models, everything went through the general OpenAI provider path. Now, anything under the Codex or GPT star naming gets its own dedicated plugin with Codex managed authentication, native thread handling, model discovery, and context compaction built right in. Your OpenAI/GPT star models still go through the normal OpenAI path, but Codex gets its own lane now. Why does this matter? Because if you use OpenClaw for coding workflows, this means more stable sessions, less session drift, and better handling of long-running tasks where Codex needs to think across multiple turns. It is a more reliable experience for coding use cases specifically. Now let me tease something that I will explain in a second, because there is a new way to control how code execution is approved that ties directly into this Codex update. And if you are running OpenClaw in any automated or production-like setup, this one is for you. We'll get there in a moment. Next up is a new opt-in execution contract for GPT-5 family runs. This is called a strict agentic embedded Pi execution contract. What that means in plain terms is this. When OpenClaw is running GPT-5 family models in background or automated modes, there were situations where the agent would stop early because it hit a planning step or produced what looked like a filler turn with no real output. It would pause when it should have kept going. This fix makes those runs keep acting until they hit a real, legitimate blocker, so your background tasks using GPT-5 models complete more reliably. Stalling, weird early exits, actual work getting done. This connects to something bigger that OpenClaw has been building toward, reliable background task execution. If you want your AI assistant to actually run things in the background while you are doing other work, the system has to handle edge cases gracefully. This release keeps pushing that forward. Okay, the new CLI exec policy command. This is the thing I teased earlier. They added OpenClaw exec policy as a dedicated command with subcommands, show, preset, and set. Before this, if you wanted to manage how code execution was approved on your machine, it was a bit scattered. You had to know where the approvals file lived and how to align your config. There is a proper command line interface for it. You can see your current execution policy with show. You can apply a preset configuration with preset. And you can explicitly set what you want with set. It also includes hardening for node host rejection, rollback safety, and sync conflict detection. For anyone running OpenClaw on multiple nodes or in any kind of team or automation setup, this gives you cleaner, more predictable control over what the AI is actually allowed to execute on your machines. That is a real quality of life improvement. When I first started digging into tools like OpenClaw, I quickly realized how much faster the learning curve gets when you have a community to learn from. That is actually why I built AI Profit Boardroom. It has over 2,000 members, all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. People are posting real workflows, real use cases, showing what saves time versus what is just noise. It is where I go to stay sharp on tools like OpenClaw because new versions drop constantly and the community often catches the practical implications faster than any blog post. If you are serious about using AI to improve your work and your skills, check it out. Link is in the description. Right, let's keep going. Matrix partial streaming got an upgrade. If you use OpenClaw connected to a Matrix server, like Element, you are going to notice this. They added something called MSC4357 live markers to draft preview sends and edits. In plain language, when OpenClaw is generating a reply in Matrix, supporting clients can now show a live typewriter animation as the response comes in, and then it stops cleanly when the final reply is ready. It is a much more natural, real-time conversation feel. If you have used Matrix before, you know the delivery has sometimes felt a bit clunky. This brings it closer to how modern chat apps behave when something is typing. There is something related coming up that I think is the most important infrastructure change in this release. It involves how OpenClaw tests itself. Stick with me because this one sounds technical, but the implications are actually really interesting. QA improvements in 2026.410 are substantial. They added a live Matrix QA lane backed by a disposable Matrix home server. So the project can now actually test Matrix behavior, threading, reactions, restarts, and allow list behavior in a real live environment, not just a simulation. They also added a live Telegram QA lane for private group bot-to-bot checks with native Telegram command reply threading verified end-to-end. And they added a multipass runner lane that spins up a disposable Linux VM to run the full QA test suite inside an isolated environment. Why does this matter to you as a user? Because every one of these improvements means bugs get caught before they land in your install. Project is shipping faster than almost any open source tool I have seen, and this is how they keep quality stable while doing it. You benefit directly from this even if you never look at the test suite yourself. More change worth calling out. The control UI for the dreaming feature got simplified in this release. The scene and diary surfaces are cleaner now. Known phase states are preserved properly for partial status payloads. And the waiting entry recency ordering is stable, so your dreaming status and review lists are clear and consistent. If you do not know what dreaming is, it is OpenClaw's long-term memory system. Takes your past conversations and daily notes and processes them into durable, searchable memory that your AI assistant can use in future conversations. The 4.9 release added the ability to replay all daily notes into that memory bank. This release just makes the interface for managing and reviewing it cleaner and more reliable. So that is the 2026.410 update. Let me do a quick summary of the real practical changes. First, Codex gets its own dedicated provider with better session management, so coding workflows are more stable. GPT-5 family background runs stop stalling out prematurely, more reliable task completion. Third, the new Exec policy command gives you cleaner, safer control over what your AI can execute. Fourth, Matrix gets live typing indicators for a smoother chat experience. Fifth, the QA infrastructure got seriously upgraded, which means faster shipping with better quality control. Sixth, the dreaming memory UI is cleaner and more consistent. OpenClaw continues to be one of the fastest moving open source AI projects out there. Multiple updates shipped in just 10 days. The pace is remarkable. And the GitHub star count going past 350,000 tells you the community is growing fast. If you want to try it yourself, you can install it with one command. Mac or Linux, it is curl and the install script from OpenClaw.ai. Windows, it is a PowerShell one-liner. An OpenClaw on board after that, and it walks you through the setup step by step. You will need a Claude API key or an OpenAI key, or you can run it locally with Ollama. Project supports all of them. And if you are looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I want to tell you about AI Profit Boardroom again. Over 2,000 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. It is working. It is not. Which tools are worth your time? Which ones to skip? Hype. Just solid information and practical guidance from people doing the work. Has helped me stay on top of updates like this one and figure out how to actually apply them in real workflows. Link is in the description if you want to check it out. And if you want the full process, the SOPs, and over 100 AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links are in the comments and description. You will get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 58,000 members who are crushing it with AI. That is the OpenClaw 2026.410 update. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date on releases like this one. Cover AI tools that actually make a difference in how you work. See you in the next video.